Hello everybody, how you doing today? Today I'm going to be making this really cool wreath. It's going to be like a tree with the seasons changing. So I'm going to tell you what you need to get this project started. Any wreath form that you have, any. You're going to need darker moss, green moss, rocks, twine. I don't know the thicker twine, the rope, I don't know what to actually call this. So you need that. And hot glue gun, scissors. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with our wreath, and I think I'm going to do it this way. So on the bottom part, this half, I'm going to start hot gluing the rocks all on, kind of like this much of the wreath. So I have a bunch of rocks that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to start gluing them on my wreath. Easy peasy. Just gluing rocks any way you'd like on the bottom part of your wreath. So I'm going to work on that and come back and show you what it looks like when I am finished putting my rocks on before we go to the next part. Okay, so I'm going to work on that and come back. So when you have the rocks on the way you want, and I tried to, make sure I did down here too. Some of my rocks fell off. I'm going to redo them. I think it would be better if you use some kind of super glue, Gorilla Glue, E6000, because the rocks are heavy. And I'm going to redo them for video purposes with my hot glue. But I should have put the twine on first. So do as I say, not as I do. Because apparently that's a rule you should live by when it comes to me. So by accident, I have this glue gun that has this on-off switch, which I bumped. So I'm hoping that, there we go, it's working again. So I am going to put a decent amount of hot glue there, and I'm going to start with my twine, and I am going to twine the rest of my wreaths. And the reason I'm saying that you should have done the twine first is it's very, very heavy with the rocks, and it would most likely be easier on your life to do the twine first. So basically, I'm just going to wrap this entire rest of the wreath with the twine, my twine. Let me try and show you. And then I'll come back and show you what that looks like. Okay, so here's what it looks like right now with all the rocks and the twine. Now, you're going to need this rope. This is what's going to make our tree that we're going to put on here. So, basically, you're going to want, I don't know, let's start with the bottom. We're going to untwist this. This is going to be the roots of the tree. So you're going to untwist your rope, twine, whatever you want to call this. You're going to untwist it. Okay? So you untwist it as best you can. And then you're going to take your hot glue And you're going to take your pieces and you're going to put some hot glue on, because you're going to make it so that your roots are on your rocks. I hope that makes sense what I'm trying to say, or what I'm saying. So you're just taking your pieces of your rope and you're going to put it down here. And just continually put on your rocks, your roots. And you want them kind of separated to give definition to what you're doing. I think I untwisted a little too much, but we shall see. And then I have more up here. You could add more if you'd like more of the roots, which I might add more roots once I get this done some, but you want them on your rocks, your roots on your rocks. Just like that. Okay, so that's going to be the bottom part of your tree. Now you want to twist this back around. Twist it, twist it, twist it, because that's going to be the trunk of your tree. And then you take the trunk of your tree. Oops, I did put some E6000 on my rocks, but not all of them. Plus I just knocked that one right off. So what you need to do is, you have your roots down here, and you're going to cut some of this. Not exactly sure how long you want to cut it, but you want to have different sections. So you want to twist all of this to make it tight. So I'm going to glue this so that my trunk is tighter. I hope that makes sense, because right now it's kind of coming apart and I don't want that to happen. So I just want it to be on there, and then up here, my lanta, I'm thinking I should glue it up top here, because I don't want this to come apart. Do you see what I did? And now, once it's glued, it should stay together. And I am going to glue, let me see, hold on. I have my twisted, and I have some glue on my twisted area, and I am going to put that right there and let that sit so it gets stuck to it. And then I'm going to grab some more of my twine rope, put more glue on it, put that over here. Yowza, that's hot. Okay, this is not staying stuck there, so let me try that again. Okay, let me hold that for a couple minutes. Now what you need to do is, like we did for the roots, untwist each part of your rope. Untwist it, because these are going to be your branches for your tree. Not sure if I have enough for my branches. I could add more branches, but for right now I'm just untwisting to see what I have going on. And then I'm going to do this side. I'm also going to add more roots, I believe, to the bottom of my tree, and possibly more branches. But for right now, I am just untwisting my rope twine, my twine rope, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Now, I am going to do winter, spring, summer, and fall. So I need 4 different parts of my twine rope, okay? And I need them separate so that you'll know the difference between winter, spring, summer, and fall. So put these there, and then maybe these will go up here next to that. Winter, spring. So I need 2 more of the twine going from here to there. Okay, and then some more over here. And then cut this. Okay, now you're going to need to unravel your twine rope. Oh, some of it fell off, which is of course not what I wanted, but you want a decent amount of your twine or rope. If it comes apart, just glue it back on the best you can. I'm going to hold this on here for a little bit. I'm going to add some to the middle to give me some more. I like having this popsicle stick so I'm not burning myself. Not a fan of burning myself. So I'm just adding more to the middle, because I want to cover the trunk also, the top part of the trunk. So just untwist once it's dry, as best you can, gently. Okay, I'm going to need, I think, some more in the middle, but I can cut some of this because it's very long, so I could add some of this in there also, and I could add these, sorry about that, to the roots. So I'm going to add some more of the pieces to the roots. want it to look like it's connected also. So that makes me pretty excited. Just like that. I think this is such fun. I think this is going to be a pretty awesome wreath. And the one good thing is I didn't have to spend any extra money because I've had the products, all of this at home. So that makes me happy. If there's anything you'd like me to try to make, please don't hesitate. Let me know. I will work on it because it also helps me get ideas of what to make. I've actually been thinking about making a dollhouse. So I don't know how well I'll do with that, but I wanted to make it out of cardboard, and I'm pretty excited about that too. So just trying to think of new and different things that you can make at home. Okay, so here's all our roots. I just have to glue them down some. If they're long, you can cut them. You just want to have some roots down here. And I will worry about cutting them later, because right now I'm just trying to get some stuff done. Okay, so here's my roots, here's my tree, and I want to add more to the middle area. So I'm going to untangle this rope twine, and I'm going to add it to the middle-ish part, and I'm going to cut here. Right like this, add that there, so I didn't glue up too high. I tried to glue just the bottom part so that I can untwist this and use this as part of my tree. I believe I need more to the top of my tree. I believe I need some more. Okay. Cutting off some of my roots. Getting rid of some of this glue down here. See how good that looks with the roots? I just need to make my tree fuller. Need some fullness. And then I need to start separating it and all to do our, not months, but our seasons. There you go. Seasons is what I'm thinking of. So here's some more right here. So I am just layering on the rope onto the tree. None of this up here has been glued down, because I'm going to need to separate that into my seasons, but I am just trying to get some of my seasons. So here's some, and I'm going to add these right over here somewhere. Okay, now once you have enough on the top that you like, now what you need to do is kind of separate it. So you'd want winter, spring, summer, and fall. Spring, summer, and fall. And then you need to glue it down, and so that it's all on there, but you don't really want it separated. If I'm making any sense, I hope I am. So you just want, you're going to do 4 groups, but you don't want your tree actually separated into sections, because you're just going to add paint, which of course I forgot to tell you in the beginning. Thank goodness I leave in the description box what you need. Now, here's your tree in all of her glory right here. Okay? Now, I'm going to start out with winter, so I'm going to paint over this way a bit of it white, and then I'm going to put some glitter on there. And then I'm going to do spring, which is some green, and then summer is going to be a lot of green, and then fall is going to be the different colors. Okay? So I'm going to get started on that. I have my white paint for winter, a bowl of water, white paint. Okay. Paintbrush and my paint. So it doesn't have to be the entire leaf or branches, whatever you'd like to call it. It doesn't have to be totally white, but you want to get all of those as best you can. So here's my white for winter. How cute is that? You want to get all the top and the sides. Now I'm going to add some Christmas snow, which I have here. Right here. It's just glitter. It's considered snow, but I'm adding that, and then some of it will stick, some of it won't, which is fine. So that's my winter. Let me show you what winter looks like. See? There's winter. There's winter. Now spring is going to be, I'm going to put moss on my area for winter, spring, and then summer I'm going to have a lot more of the green moss. So it'll go winter, spring, summer, and then fall is going to be the brownish moss. So I have Floral Moss, and here it is. And I'm not going to do a lot for spring, because spring is when everything's blooming, but it's not as much as summer is green. So I'm going to add some moss to my branches. Okay? So here is, it goes up pretty far. Let me see if I can add some more over here for my spring. And the reason I'm not doing a lot for spring is because summer is when everything is in full bloom. So you definitely want a decent amount for summer, per se. So here is spring. And then I'm going to do summer and then fall. So I'm going to add hot glue and quite a bit of moss right in this area. Quite a bit. So there's quite a bit right here, and then Here's the winter, the spring, and then quite a bit for summer, which is like right around there. And then for fall, this is where it gets, I think, is going to be really cool. So let me clean up some of this moss. And another glue stick. And I have brown moss. So I'm going to put glue on my area that's supposed to be for fall, and put some brown on here. So here's the brown. And I'm going to add paint colors to that, but I'm a little bummed about how there's an opening here. So I'm going to add, oh my goodness, I'd like to add some more twine, but let's finish with the fall right now. Tap off that, and I have orange and yellow and some red. So I'm just going to add a little bit, just a little bit, and just dab it on to make it look like the different tree colors during the fall season. Pretty exciting. So there's some yellow. Now I'm going to have to add some orange. A little bit of orange in there. Doesn't have to be a lot, just a little, so that you get the hint that this is fall. Orange, and I'm going to have to add a little bit, a tinge of red, just a tinge of red. Not a lot, just a little, and just dabbing it on for the beautiful fall colors. Okay, so here is the fall. You can see kind of the spring. I have to move this over. This is making me nutty. I don't like it. So I'm going to have to use my glue gun and my glue stick to put this over here, just so that it doesn't have a gap. I don't want a gap. There goes another rock. So this is what it looks like. You could cut all this up top, which is most likely what I'm going to do. I believe I'd like to add a little bit more glitter on for my snow, for my winter. Most of that's going to come off, just like that. And I'm going to clean up my mess, clean up this area, and come back and show you what it looks like. So here it is. I think this is one of the best wreaths I've ever done. And I love making wreaths. So thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye.